So, the Orlando Magic. They are 9-1 in their last 10. They're the most informed team in the entire NBA, except for maybe the Boston Celtics. And they are being led, like they don't have their best player. Paolo Banchero has been out. Paolo Banchero has not played at all, but it doesn't matter because Franz bleeping Wagner is absolutely hooping. Before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are doing Hoopsmas, so between now and the end of until Christmas, we're going to be uploading 10 videos every single day. We are going to be doing that. We're going to be doing like a lot of different stuff. We got to get really creative to be able to do stuff like that. So you're going to see everything basketball related, and you're going to be seeing me cover all 30 teams. And yeah, so if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 by the end of that. If we could hit like 6.85k by the end of the day, 34 subscribers, that'd be absolutely insane. But we got to talk about the Magic and Franz. This has been the Magic's results since the 8th of November. And this is like when Banchero got hurt. Franz Wagner has been the top scorer in all but one of the games. They have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're on back-to-back 6-game win streak. So they're 12-1 over their last 13. With Franz being their top scorer in 11 of the 12 games. And by the way, if you guys don't know about Franz Wagner was, I'm not joking, booed on draft night. He got booed on draft night. And then, not only was he booed on draft night, he was, when he came back, when he played, he was a borderline all-star last year. He is 23 years old, just turned 23, averaged 20 a game last year, and the Magic extended him to almost the max. Like, by the way, I don't know what, I just need to check what contract he got. So, Franz Wagner got there's no way it's 4-year, 22 million. But did he even get it? No, so he's on a pretty big deal. Actually, no, to be fair, they gave him the max, 224 million. But like, we've seen Michael Porter Jr. get the max. We've seen other players get the max while showing nothing. And Franz plays, when he played, he was a borderline all-star last year. Just because he had one really bad playoff games, not only did where they gave Franz the contract. I'm not joking when I say this. Orlando Magic fans were freaked. They paid Franz anything. They were free. A lot of them were freaked. They kept Franz. Franz Wagner is playing like an MVP. Franz Wagner, 27. Franz Wagner, 23. Franz Wagner, 32. 29, 31, 32, 37, 30, 30, 21. 31, 29, 20. And yes, I get it. I fully understand. They, other than the Phoenix win and the Lakers win, they might have the easiest stretch of games ever. Like, Pelicans suck. Wizards might be worse than the Pistons from a few years back. Hornets suck. Pacers, away from home, suck. Sixers suck. Pistons suck. Hornets suck. Bulls suck. Nets obviously suck. So, is it like... It reminds me a little bit of the Houston Rockets run to end last season. Do you guys remember when they were like nowhere near making the play-in and then suddenly they couldn't lose? It reminds me of that. But there's a big but in there. While it reminds me of that, we're seeing what the Houston Rockets are doing this year. The Houston Rockets are playing superbly well. And the Orlando Magic in a weak Eastern Conference could well be the second best team in the conference. We're looking at, obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to fall. If the Boston Celtics beat them tonight, the Boston Celtics go first seed in the East. And what's the score right now? Cleveland up 2. So it's likely that Boston go first seed in the East. And after that, are the Orlando Magic, like they are 2.5 games ahead of 4th. And they don't have Paolo Banchero. If they get Paolo Banchero back, for me, they're as good as the Knicks. They are a legitimate threat to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think they're a threat to beat Boston. But like with Banchero back, for me, they're a threat to maybe take 2 games off them. Maybe take 2. Go 3-1 down. They get complacent. Like, that's all. And win game 6 or win game 5. Losing game 6 and have a good showing. Like, this is a team that, again, in the playoffs last year, they lost to Cleveland. They lost to Cleveland in game 7. And this was a young team, which included Franz having one of the worst game 7s in the history of the sport. We're now seeing Franz play with the confidence that we saw him play with when he won the World Cup with Germany. He's playing with the confidence we saw him play with at times for the German national team. Like, Franz Wagner is legitimately a NBA level number 1 option on a good team. And then you've also got Banchero, who is a future superstar, who is, yes, Banchero is better than Franz Wagner. But I made a video, if you guys don't know, on, like, I've another channel, Mick Talks Hoops, which has become an NBA channel. The reason I started this channel is because that Mick Talks Hoops channel started off as an NBA channel, and it became a WNBA channel over the course of that season. So I started this one, but at the same time, like, I literally was making videos being like, the Orlando Magic might have as bright a future as anybody, because every team, when they're being successful, what they want to get are long wings that can score, are versatile, that have switchability on defense, all of that type of stuff. And that is literally what Franz Wagner and the combination of Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero is. They're both 6'10". They can both create their own shot. Franz is getting better at shooting but can't really shoot, but they're both decent defenders. They're both guys that you can build. They're both guys that teams will be looking to build around, and they're on the same team. Like, the way Orlando drafted was incredible. Like, that was a pick from Chicago that they took Franz Wagner with. I don't think very many people would have taken him. They got booed. They got Jalen Suggs, who's going to be, like, could be a great fourth option. I'm not even going to say they overpaid, because I like Suggs. But the way the Orlando Magic drafted in 2021, 2022, they went against the grain. Like, Suggs was the obvious one because he was expected to go to Toronto. But no, like, a lot of people were unhappy with them taking Franz when they did, including their own fans. Everyone thought Jabari Smith was going number 1, not Paolo Banchero, until literally it was announced. And then what they did in the 2021 and 2022 drafts have set up themselves for the future. As well as that, I like Anthony Black. I really like Anthony Black as a defensive guard. So they've done incredibly well. The only problem was them not drafting Grady Dick and taking Jet Howard instead, even though every single mock had them taking Grady, because they did not want to have Suggs, Black, and I'm going to demonetize if I say those 3 players' names in a row. They did not want to have those 3 players on the same team. Literally, that's the only reason. I can guarantee you that's the only reason they did not take Grady Dick. Because if they had him, we could be looking at, like, brightest future in the East type vibes. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think they have the brightest future in the East because they're extremely young. And unlike all the other young teams, they're actually competent. Most of the other young teams suck. These are a young team and they're actually not even competent. They're good. They're really good and they're freaking rolling right now.